Hi there. So many of us would love to know how to move on in life, whether it's a breakup, a divorce, loss of a job, um, even situations where we've lost everything. How do we move on? We had hopes and we had dreams, and whether those were with a particular person or a lifestyle, a time of life, um, so many things that we can get stuck basically in the past or even in the present. Like, I don't know what to do and I can't seem to get myself to move forward, either because of a fear of what might happen or wanting things to go back to the way they were and they can't. So, what's the secret? You tuned in. What's the secret? Well, the secret is in utilizing more of your brain, parts of your brain that you hadn't been using. It turns out that when we have a repetitive thought, we're utilizing a very specific neurological circuit. Your brain is firing over and over that same circuit. And there's something very interesting that I didn't know until Cogno Movement, but it turns out that your eyeballs and your brain are literally one system. And when we say one system, it meaning it's really one. The eyes and the brain are one. So is the spinal cord. Now, what this is um, giving us is a extraordinary ability to manually override our brain. If you could see yourself in the stuck cycle of whatever that might be, that you can't move forward, you can't move on, you would see your eyes going to the same pattern, the same place as you thought about it over and over. You'd look at the same place. You may dart to a different place, and then you go back and you keep thinking about it. If you watch very, very carefully, and cognitive movement practitioners are trained as what we call neurological detectives, they can see these little movements. Why is that important? Because everywhere we look is a different part of our brain. So, what we can do is we can begin the process of getting you to look in parts of the brain that you haven't been using. And when I say this, I mean the problem and the solution are in the very same place. What does that mean? Well, when we're thinking that same thought over and over, there's a neurological circuit that's really well used. The eyes will be very easy and kind of gravitate. Oh, I'm stuck. There's no solution. I'll look over that part, and that same circuit keeps firing and firing. But if I move my eyes, and you can actually do this on your own, but you can move them in a large circle around, all the way around in a big circle. There's going to be a place that you look that you're going to feel, it just feels like a little bit of a pull. Or, gosh, I'm not sure, but I think I have an eyelash there. Or I literally am uncomfortable looking over here. Or that bad feeling kicks up. That's right. Every different place with your eyes has different aspects. Some are for that you have some locations and you find trauma. Other place, you'll find love. Other places, you'll find your high performance, your strong self. And you can start to learn about where those are for you. What you're doing is actually tuning in to that part of your brain that is the high performance part, that part that's in flow state. All of those things are completely possible. But for the purpose of what we're talking about right now, how do we get unstuck and move forward? We can manually override by beginning to roll your eyes all the way around. You can tell yourself the story of how you're stuck, how it's not going to work out, whatever the fear might be. There'll be those certain locations that you're going to find that what we had just talked about a minute earlier. And that's the place that you kind of want to be. Let yourself be there. Rock your eyes back and forth. As you're there, new perceptions will come to you if you park it there. And you'll start to get new ideas. You'll actually see the physical environment differently. And it happens where you're like, that's weird. I never saw that building, but you obviously you talk to other people and they're like, oh, it's been there for 30 years, but yet it's in your neighborhood. Very strange things. It has to do with these different neurological circuits. You get new perceptions, new ideas, new resolutions, all kinds of things. And this is just one of the most basic cognitive movement techniques. Simply roll your eyes and tell yourself the story. If you do this where you're alone and you can actually verbalize it beyond just thinking it, but verbalize it as you go through, there are some other neurological functions that will be activated, kind of an autocorrection mechanism that starts to happen as well during this process. How long should I do it? Start out doing it 10, 15 minutes, take a break, and when you're tired, and you will get a little tired, and then go back again. The stuck feeling that you've had, maybe you've had it for quite a while, that means you've been exercising the heck out of that stuck neurological circuit. It's going to take a few minutes to start activating the other parts of your brain. The more cognitive movement you do, the more connections in your brain starts firing and all of life changes. These things that you change don't change one aspect of your life, they change many aspects of your life because it's all interconnected. Finances, romance, living conditions, my ability to kind of get things done, my motivation, all my sleep, my creativity, my mood, all interconnected. And you can make the changes beginning today simply by moving your eyes. There's much, much more to this, but this is a great start and you can begin right now. I hope you enjoyed it. We do offer all kinds of courses you can see at cognimovement.com and even practitioner training. We're doing some live training in San Diego coming up in March 11th through the 16th and in London this summer. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.